The Treasury and Social Security Administration have teamed up to reinstate a rule that has been suspended for several years, and this change is going to have a significant impact on millions of beneficiaries and their monthly benefit checks. This reinstatement is part of the many changes we have seen in 2025 regarding Social Security, and unfortunately, this one may hurt many recipients. The program being reinstated is called the Treasury Offset Program, TOP, and it allows the Treasury to collect overpayments by deducting amounts directly from beneficiaries' checks. This program was in place before March 2020 but was suspended due to economic conditions. Now, Social Security has officially handed over data on beneficiaries who were overpaid before March 2020, and the Treasury has already collected $2.7 billion from 280,000 people. This equates to nearly $10,000 per person, a significant amount that could cause financial distress for those affected. While only pre-March 2020 overpayments are currently being collected, it is expected that any overpayments made after that period will soon be added to the program as well. This means that anyone who has unknowingly received excess payments over the past few years may soon see their benefits reduced. It is important to note that many beneficiaries do not even realize they have been overpaid until they receive a notice demanding repayment. The Social Security Administration sends out roughly 2 million overpayment letters per year, most of which are directed at SSDI and SSI recipients. This situation is particularly concerning because beneficiaries often have little control over whether they have been overpaid. Social Security determines the amounts and makes adjustments accordingly, but when errors occur, the burden falls on the recipient to pay back the money. The reinstatement of the Treasury Offset Program means that the government now has the authority to automatically deduct funds from benefits without the recipient's approval. For those living on fixed incomes, losing part of their check can be devastating, making it harder to cover essentials like rent, food, and medical expenses. Adding to this challenge, next week marks the reinstatement of the 100% garnishment rule for overpaid beneficiaries. Last year, Social Security reduced the garnishment rate to either 10% or $10 per month due to concerns about people losing their homes and becoming homeless. However, that reduction is now being reversed, and full garnishments will resume. This means that if Social Security determines you owe money, they can withhold your entire monthly check until the debt is repaid. It is important for all beneficiaries to be aware of these changes and to prepare for the possibility of overpayment notices. Even if you have been receiving the same amount for years, there is always a risk that Social Security could review your case and determine that you were overpaid at some point. If you receive an overpayment letter, you will typically have 30 days to respond or make a repayment arrangement. For those who find themselves in this situation, there are a few options. You can request a waiver if you believe the overpayment was not your fault and that repaying it would cause significant financial hardship. Alternatively, you can appeal the decision and request a reconsideration. If neither of these options applies, you may be able to set up a repayment plan with Social Security to spread the amount owed over time. However, with the Treasury Offset Program now back in action, there is an increased risk that funds will be taken automatically before you have a chance to negotiate a repayment plan. This reinstatement has sparked outrage among advocacy groups and lawmakers, who argue that the program is unfairly punishing vulnerable populations. Many seniors and disabled individuals rely entirely on their Social Security benefits, and any reduction can lead to severe financial instability. While Social Security argues that it has a fiduciary responsibility to recover overpaid funds, critics believe that the system should be more forgiving, especially for those who were unaware of the overpayments. If you are worried about this issue, now is the time to review your benefit statements carefully. Look for any inconsistencies and be prepared to challenge any overpayment notices that you receive. It is also a good idea to stay informed about changes to Social Security policies and programs, as the rules are constantly evolving. In addition to Social Security updates, it is essential to ensure that you are maximizing other financial resources available to you. For example, if you need assistance with Medicare, there are organizations that can help you find the best plans at the lowest costs. Medicare can be confusing, with many different parts and coverage options, but working with an expert can help you save money and ensure you have access to the care you need.